All right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star the fabulously talented superstar, Mr. Linden Ashby. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
There you go. So happy that you're here. Let me introduce you to everybody. First, we've got our cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
We've got the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
And thanks for joining us.
Good to be here. Hi, Chad.
And then we have a chat room full of people, lots of fans, so just say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, chat room.
There you go. Works perfect. So where are you calling us from?
From Malibu, California.
Perfect.
How disgusting, Malibu. How could you live in that trashy, horrible neighborhood?
I know. It's rough, man. It's
homes,
a rough neighborhood.
Rats, homeless people,
I know.
earthquake-damaged bungalows,
Oh,
all kinds of diseases in the water, on the
Ron
sand.
lived in California.
humanity. I know. It's like a third world country here.
It's disgraceful. And when I go to visit my friends like Debbie Reynolds, who lives, not Debbie Reynolds, I'm sorry. Oh, Debbie, I'm sorry. She is my friend, too. Who's my friend? Shirley MacLaine. Shirley, who lives in the colony. I wear a gas mask and I bring food.
It's tough times in the colony.
Oh, tough time. The colony is just the worst. Are you in the colony?
No, I'm not.
Oh, peasant.
I would never live in that pit.
Never.
The colony is so full of crap. It's amazing. You know, when I go there. Don Adams, was it? I forgot who.
Yeah. Don Adams, like Get Smart?
No.
Oh.
Just different Don. He was in Bus Stop with Marilyn Monroe, the star. Don, oh, my God, he lives in the colony. And
Hang on, I should explain to you because, since you've never been on the show before and you don't really know us, so basically, Ron had a TV show in L.A. for many years called Set the Record
on Time
Straight,
Warner Cable,
and he interviewed all the legends of Hollywood, Tab Hunter,
Cliff Robertson, Lauren Bacall, Jane Russell, Arlene Dahl, all the great
Tippi
stars.
Hedren, all the people
Hedren,
so he represents old Hollywood. I kind of represent the younger Hollywood.
Right. So I hang out with all the old bags.
And I hang out with I'm in my 50s now,
What
so
the
I hang
hell?
out with the
I have
media.
to get Don's name now because I mentioned.
Well, not right now because we've only got 20 minutes. We've only got 20
why
minutes.
do we only have 20
Because
minutes?
it's 4:30 and the show ends in 20 minutes, and
You've
we got
gotta
lots to
be
talk
kidding.
about.
And that's my bad because I tell you what, I looked at the 3:15 call-in time and didn't notice that it was East Coast. So that is
Everybody
that
does that.
I apologize.
We've had quite a few people do that. Jimmy, you have to be very specific that we're out of New York, not L.A.
That's
we'll
okay.
be in
Hang
L.A.
on.
soon.
We're moving to Palm Springs.
We'll be shooting from L.A. in a couple of months.
All right, everybody. First of all, this is Linden Ashby. You guys can follow him on Twitter at Linden Ashby. You can follow him on Instagram, Linden_Ashby. Young people, see, if you're from my generation, you guys know him as Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat, badassest action movie ever after a video game. So you guys have seen him in that. If you're younger in the younger generations, you know him as the sheriff on Teen Wolf, which is freaking awesome. Teen Wolf is I believe that Teen Wolf. I read something that Teen Wolf is the #1 scripted show in the history of MTV. I mean,
I would think that's accurate.
And that's in 30 years, it's the #1 show. So that's pretty awesome. And
well, what's cool is that Russell Mulcahy, who is an executive producer and directs a lot of the episodes. He directed the first music video on MTV.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty full circle.
That's very
Anyway,
full circle.
I out of respect to Don Murray. That's
Don Murray, there you go.
In Bus Stop with Marilyn.
That was going to kill you if you didn't get that.
Only because it's disrespectful to mention the movie and not give his name because he was the star with Marilyn. Anyway, Don Murray is a sensational guy, and I wish he'd go to work.
Also, because we're gonna get all the way around, and we're gonna go in this 18 minutes. We're gonna go full circle and end up with Beta Test, your new film that's getting ready to open up, which I watched yesterday. And so first of all, I want to say I have this thing I like to do. First of all, no, two things. Okay, so you were on Young and the Restless.
I was briefly, yes. Susan, my wife, was on it for about 3 years, I think. And they asked me to come on and do a little 13 show arc that turned into a little bit longer, but it was really fun because I knew everybody through her. So I just kind of came on and had a blast.
So do you know?
And
Do you know
wait,
Michael?
hang on. What is Susan's last name? We need that.
Walters.
Okay,
Walters.
Susan Walters, folks.
So do you know
Yep.
Michael Damian?
I do.
He's a
Michael
dear friend.
Damian. Actually, this shirt he's wearing is
Yeah.
from Michael Damian's new movie, High Strung, that's out right now. Michael's been on the show a zillion times. He's a really good friend of ours, and
He sent this T-shirt to me.
CBS used to always have us have a bunch of Young and the Restless people come on for some reason. They used to always contact us to have Young and the Restless people come on, and so
Well, our oldest daughter got married, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago.
You have a
and-
daughter that got married? You look
I
so
do.
young.
We've got two daughters, yeah, and the oldest got married, and Christian LeBlanc was the minister,
cool.
the officiator of the wedding, because he's been, a great friend for a long time, and the girls love him, and he's part of the family.
How old is your daughter?
She's 25.
You got a 25-year-old daughter. It must be good
Yeah.
camera. Either you look great, the camera's good, or
now he's like a martial arts expert.
he
He's in
looks
good
wonderful.
shape.
You
He's
look
in good
wonderful
shape.
to have a 25-year-old
Because he's older than me.
daughter. You got nice teeth.
You're
I
older
like.
than me, but you look like you could be my tiny
he's old,
brother.
He's older than you?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Swear to God. If his IMDb is correct, he's older than
Well,
me.
I want your camera.
Yeah, right. It must be the camera. 1960, May 23rd, 1960.
Wow, you look sensational.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
hold
May
on.
28.
Because we've had all these great, like this year has kind of been like we've made great friends with a lot of great soap opera
So many
actors.
Wow.
And so, like, I don't know if you know any of them, but you know Sean Kanan, Ian Buchanan, or Crystal Chapel, because they've all been on the show
We
a bunch
love
of times
them.
too.
I don't know, actually. I think
Kid guy.
Ian Buchanan. I think I went with Christian to his house for a dinner party.
Okay. That's
How
cool.
about, what's her name?
Sean Kanan's a karate guy like you, like a martial arts guy. He was the guy in Karate Kid 3. He was the bad guy in Karate Kid 3.
Nice.
How about our good friend in Palm Springs?
Who?
I can't remember her name.
Oh, that's Judith Chapman.
Judith Chapman.
Oh, she plays Christian's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tell your wife to come in and
Yeah.
say hi, Susan.
Yeah,
come on in
Susan,
and say hi.
You hear her
Yeah,
chiming
heard
in
it.
over there.
Susan, we have to know
Susan,
you.
we have to see how beautiful you are, because Young and the Restless was my mom's favorite soap opera.
And we have to
She's
see.
shaking her head right now. She's got braids on, and she looks like Pocahontas. And she's eating lunch, and she is shaking her head, and she says, "I'm not getting in front of the camera."
Because she doesn't have her
We love you,
makeup
though,
on.
Susan.
She doesn't have her war paint on.
I
I'm
love it.
sure that since she married an older man, a much older man,
Yes.
I heard her laughing.
that she's delightfully beautiful.
Absolutely.
She is. Yeah, she is.
You're gonna have to have Susan. You're gonna have to come on with
Okay.
makeup, with all your war
Well,
paint.
we'll have you come on another time.
She's nodding her head like you can hear that over the radio.
No, but is she stuffing her face? I know what that's all about.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move forward with this. So
Okay,
this
go.
is the thing I like to do, where I just like get to brag for you, because always all the people that come on really don't brag for themselves. So I'm gonna do a quick little
I'll
thing.
brag if you want me to.
Okay, I'm gonna do just a quick thing of all the cool. This isn't all the cool people. This is the people that I think are really cool that you've had an opportunity to work with or be in films or television shows with. And I'm gonna
Yep.
run down the list really cool.
Our listeners love this part.
Everybody loves this part, yeah.
They
so,
love it.
So here we go. Kevin Costner, Dennis Quaid, Gene Hackman, Don Cheadle, Tyler Posey. That's from Teen Wolf. Brian Krause, William Moses, Keith David. Brian Krause has been on the show. Brian Austin Green, Kellen Lutz, David Duchovny, Demi Moore, Mila Jovovich, Ollie Lauder, Amber Heard, Peter Jason. He's been on the show. Ben Kingsley, Gwyneth Paltrow, Robert Downey Jr., Alexandra Paul. She's been on the show. You did a bunch of movies with her. Charles
Yep.
Durning, Christopher Lloyd, Paul Bettany, William Sadler, Kurt Fuller. He's been on the show. Brett Rice has been on the show.
Oh, I love
Michael
Brett.
Madsen, Mark Harmon, Steven Seagal, Joe Manganiello, Christopher Lambert, Jeff Fahey, Scott Glenn, who is a nephew of one of Ron's best friends.
My best friend's nephew.
Anthony Michael Hall, who's been on the show. Karen Black, Doug Jones, we just had on the show. J.R. Bourne, Dylan O'Brien, Luke Perry, who's one of my favorites. Betty Buckley, Joe Beth Williams, Isabella Rossellini, Bill Pullman, Mark Harmon. I think I said that. So anyway, that's my list of all your people.
You know what? Mark Harmon's so cool. You can mention him twice because he's probably one of the all-time best guys that in the world. He is actually a number one great human being.
That's a shabby list of stars. I mean, are they all hopefuls? Are
I'm
they
sure about Don Cheadle, and I'm not sure about, you said one other, Ben Kingsley. I don't know if I worked with Ben Kingsley.
Well, Ben Kingsley was in Iron Man 3, and you were in Iron Man 3, so
I guess you are correct. Then it's
Yeah.
Ben
Ben
Jr. too.
Kingsley. He's that guy that's trying to get in film.
Separation.
And I was gonna say the other one because I guess one of your first credits was you were an extra, and now I forgot who it was, but it was like really big people from Ron's time. What was like the first movie? It says uncredited on IMDb. I think it was your second or third credit, but it's like somebody really, really big, like Marilyn Monroe type big. Like
no, it would be Mr. and Mrs. Bridge.
Yes.
So Paul and Joanne, yeah.
Yeah, with Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward, because he knows Joanne Woodward.
I know Joanne Woodward. She's a sweetie pie. I love her very much.
Yes, she is.
And she's very, very, well, I met her so many years ago with Paul. They were madly in love, and then they married, and she was just the most, just wonderful. And then when Paul passed away, she just evaporated inside.
So
She'll never, ever get over him.
Okay,
Ever.
so which is terrible, but
That's
okay,
what
so
happens.
that list.
You love somebody like that.
That's right.
Well, they were born together. You know, they didn't marry. They were just born together. I mean, that love affair. Oh, when they met on Long Hot Summer, forget about it.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
they lived in the Village, downtown in Greenwich Village, and that's how I knew them, from the Cherry Lane Theater. And
Oh, nice.
I didn't know him. I knew her.
Yep.
And she's connected with the ballet, and a very dear friend of mine was also at the head of the ballet that she was giving charity work to.
Okay,
Anyway,
hold on. So you got all these people. So who would be somebody if you could I mean, actually, Gene Hackman's like my favorite. You've already got like a lot of my favorites. You've already had an opportunity to work with. So who is somebody you have not worked with that you think, oh wow, this would be really cool? And don't say your wife because that doesn't count.
Who would I like to work with? I would like to work with Scarlett Johansson. I'd like to work with.
everybody says that. I don't get it. What has she
I
got?
mean, I think she's a great actress.
I think she's a really good actress, and I think I like her. I think I would. I don't know her.
Angelina Jolie. Wouldn't you want to work with Angie?
No, yeah. You know what? If the opportunity, yeah, because I actually think she's a really fine actress, and I think
Raised?
what did I see Charlize Theron in something, and I was like, oh my God, she was great.
Oh yeah, that's a beauty. That's
all right,
a
what about a male? What's a male that you think would be cool to act opposite of?
Gosh.
Think
listen,
about it, and we'll come back.
While you're
Denzel.
thinking,
I want to work with Denzel.
Okay, that's good.
all right, here's who I want to work with. I want to be in a gay movie where two guys are shipwrecked on an island, and they find each other and start to make love, and that's Kevin Costner.
You and Kev?
What?
Yeah, he likes Kevin. Yeah.
Oh, I think Kevin Costner is the
Fantastic.
sexiest guy in the world. He is so totally sexy. But I inquired.
You know what? And he is. I can tell you, he is so charming in real life, and so effortlessly charming and sexy, and it's like sometimes you get a glimpse of it, and you see it in films, but in real life it's turned up to 11.
He's boyish.
He actually played Kevin Costner's brother in Wyatt Earp, right?
Oh.
Weren't you the brother?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
I did.
See, I would have played that, but except it would have been, where I make out with him.
That's a dirty movie. Brothers.
All right, so then I also did a
In
quick
other words,
list.
I would have been where we show each other our guns and to see who's got a bigger gun.
All right, hold on. All right.
And we're not really related.
Well, first of all, in case you didn't figure out, Ron and I we're like legally married, so we're like the only gay television hosts interviewing people. We're actually like a married couple. So
we're really married. Got married in New York.
Yeah, we're
4
really
years
married.
ago.
We're really married. So
Thumbs up.
Cool thing. All right, so we've got 8 minutes, and first I want to talk about Beta Test.
Okay, go for it.
Coming out. So you got a new movie coming out. It's called Beta Test. It's coming out, I think, on the 22nd maybe or something.
Yep, it's 22nd, 20-city release, limited release. It's an interesting little movie. Nick Genie, who directed it, called me and pitched me this idea that he wanted to do a film that was an homage to 90s action films with a 2016 sensibility. And I was sort of intrigued, and stylistically, like the logos and the whole feel of the film is very throwback to the 90s. But then you're dealing with the issue of gun control and mass shootings, and it couldn't be any more timely if you had scripted it yesterday.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of a fun, interesting, what could be just simply a B action film is elevated to something better than that. It's a low budget, really smart action film.
Actually, it's got great people in it. It's got, I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Manu?
Manu
Bennett. You guys, everybody who watches Arrow will know he was like the big bad guy. How tall is he? A lot taller than you?
Nah,
he's not, because like he looks so big, and like when you guys do your fight scene at the end, I was like, oh my gosh, like because on Arrow he seems so big, I thought, oh my god, he's gonna like just totally kick your ass.
So does Stephen Lang. We know Stephen Lang. You know who Stephen Lang is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Avatar.
Oh yeah, and he's relatively.
Oh yeah.
The guy in Avatar, and we thought he'd be this monstrous human being. Not at all. He's a slight, nice. He's a wonderful person, but he's a slight guy. He's not big at all.
Okay, hang on. So Beta Test has Manu Bennett, Lorenz Tate, and
Yep.
you play the bad guy, which we're not really seeing you like play a bad guy like a whole lot, and like you're really like bad.
I'm bad.
You're
Bad to
like
the bone.
evil, like you're totally evil to the.
That's what they pay him to do.
I know.
Just that shit crazy, because what's great is you start this film and you're like, I agree with a lot of things this guy's saying, and then you realize that he is
crazy.
He's just crazy as crazy can be.
And this game, this movie too, you guys, it'll appeal to anybody who likes video games. It has a video game element to it. You can actually go on YouTube and type in Beta Test Movie, and you can watch the actual trailer. Because basically, like in the movie, you're the bad guy who owns the company who makes the video game that they're testing. And
what's cool about it is also that's not animation. That's actual. They built a gaming engine, and that is an actual video game that they built for the film. So that's cool. That's pretty cool.
And so basically, like one guy's controlling another guy through like the video game, and they're all basically trying to get you because you're like the freaking bad guy.
I know, and you would put that on Kevin Costner's neck and control him.
Yes.
You bet. Jimmy's
gonna. Wouldn't have him robbing anybody.
I want you to know he's laughing. Jimmy's laughing now, but after the show, I'm gonna get it. Oh yeah, Jimmy's very jealous. I don't know what. I'm 103. Who wants me? I'm an antique. Well, antique people collect antiques.
Hang on, you guys. So first of all, you guys, Beta Test Movie is on Twitter, so you can follow them on Twitter. It's at Beta Test Movie. The movie's coming out on the 22nd, limited release, and then I'm sure it'll be on all the video on demand platforms. It really is a clever movie, and I have to say, for an action film, it's because I watch every I'm into horror movies, so which got me into watching every independent B film in the world, and so I've seen I see everything, whether it's good or it's not good, and I have not seen a story like this. It's a real a real story, that it's not like this is just another, punch 'em up, shoot 'em up type movie. This is an actual movie that actually has a message, and it actually has a plot.
Yeah, that's
and
what
it's
I
a story
want to
that's
ask.
not like everybody else's.
What's the message? Pro gun or not?
The message is it's not pro-gun, but it's not through these methods.
It's an intelligent.
So his motives are pure in a sense, but his methods are mad.
Okay, I have to say something.
It's a bit like Ahab.
Off conversation. We are now looking for married couples for our Valentine's show in February. Would you and your wife come on together?
Yes.
And then the questions we ask is not about movies and what you're doing. We're asking, how did you meet? When did you fall in love? It's a Valentine's show. So we want to collect as many celebrities as we can because our audiences are just so interested in private lives more than they are in our work.
Good. Yeah, we would absolutely do that.
So we'll give everybody a 10-minute segment throughout the 2-hour show, and we're going to have all big names. I mean, like you guys.
And you're going to know him. We're going to have Michael Damian and his wife.
And we're going to have Stephen Lang and his wife. She's a fabulous designer for Hollywood. We're going to have on a whole bunch of really incredible people.
He said yes, so we'll get him.
I know. Well, I just want to make sure.
You don't have to tell me. I'm in. we're in.
Good. And it's not about our careers. It's about our private life, our children, our homes.
I tell you all kinds of private stuff.
Good. Because you know what?
But I read a thing saying you wouldn't do a reality show.
Wait. No, that's
was your tweet yesterday.
No, a reality show is stupid and it's an invasion. This is listen, people today don't want to know celebrities for just their work. They want to know them as people because they are reality show trained. So many emails I get, they say, Ron, we love your part of the show because you ask all the personal questions of the stars, and it makes us love them more. We feel closer to them like they're our friends. And I agree. In my day, Joan Crawford, if you asked her if she was a dyke, she'd never tell you.
Was she?
Yes. She was
Hold on, you guys.
She was bisexual. She was both ways.
We have 3 minutes. I want to do one more because this is I just lost my total train. Okay, so I did.
Go ahead.
You got Mortal Kombat, Iron Man 3, Hunger, Against the Dark, Resident Evil Extinction, Slaughter of the Innocents, Wyatt Earp, Prom Night, Teen Wolf, Van Wilder, Freshman Year. Those are like the things that I've seen that I think are all like really great. Especially love Slaughter of the Innocents. That's
an old movie. Good for you.
It's an old movie, but I'm old, so
yeah.
Do you have a certain particular one or two things that are like kind of like your favorite bodies of work that you always want to make sure everybody sees?
No.
No, okay.
I've got to tell him what I always tell everybody. Lauren Bacall, you know who Lauren Bacall is, right?
Yep, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how to whistle, right?
Right, exactly. She said to me, Ron, a movie's only old after you've seen it. So don't ever call any of your films old. They're only old until people have seen them.
Everybody needs to see Slaughter of the Innocents, and everybody needs to
And it's a new film because you have never seen it.
But Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat basically made you like a cult. I mean, because you have a lot of cult movies that you're like the star of, like these iconic movies that are like the childhood movies of like people that are grown up now who are like, oh my God, that was like the coolest movie ever.
I can't believe this guy.
And a lot of people don't get to do movies like that. They do a lot of great work, but they're never in like that film that is like so like iconic. It's kind of like being in the Breakfast Club or something. You're in a movie that's like so iconic that a whole generation.
Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Touched a lot of people and a lot of generations, but it was a huge pop phenomenon, a cultural phenomenon. And it still is, and I've still got people that are like, Johnny Cage, dude, what's going on? And Melrose Place was very much like that as well.
I really thought,
I love it.
I don't know what it is. I thought you were like 28 years old. That's why I was fascinated when I heard you.
You need to put on glasses.
No, maybe I do, but you look how young you look.
He looks
maybe
young.
It's a wonderful camera. Send me one.
Just came in from surfing, and I'm red-faced and just got out of the shower, and they were like, hey, get on right now. And I'm like, all right. I got chicken salad that I'm about to start eating.
That's okay because we're done. We've got like 1 minute. Let me just tell everybody.
I just want to know, what year did you start in the business? Seriously.
Well, I went to the Neighborhood Playhouse, which is in New York, where Joanne Woodward went.
Right.
I went there in 1981. I moved to the city, graduated in 83, and started as a professional actor.
Right. How well did you know Joanne?
Well.
Very well. Then you knew how gentle she was.
Yep.
She's on my Facebook page. She's still gentle. I love her.
All right, everybody, so listen up. This is Linden Ashby. Follow him on Twitter at Linden Ashby. Check him out on Instagram, Linden_Ashby. Make sure to go see Beta Test. When it comes out, it's on Twitter at Beta Test Movie. Check out all his work. He's fabulous. We want to thank you for getting out of the surf and coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
We feel sorry that you had to surf.
We will be in touch. Tell your beautiful wife we said hello.
See you Valentine's Day.
I will. Yeah, Valentine's Day, it's a date, okay?
Absolutely.
Well, we're on Wednesdays, so it'll be, I don't know what day Valentine's falls on, but it'll be the Wednesday before Valentine's Day.
Okay, well, you got to send me a reminder.
Well, I will send you a reminder.
We're sending notices out to everybody.
We're booking way in ahead. So say hello. Thank you so much. We want to thank October Coast for setting this whole thing up and for them getting in touch with you to come on with the Eastern Time. We appreciate it. And we'll see you soon.
My bad.
With everything you got going.
Thank
you.
And your name, Linden Ashby. What a beautiful name. Is it really your name?
Yeah, I'm Clarence Linden Garnett Ashby the third.
I'm the third, too.
That's too much. I like Linden Ashby.
I always liked my dad's name, which was Garnett.
It's a
so that was
name, Linden.
Thank
very
you.
Nice name.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Enjoy your chicken salad.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Next week, we're going to have on Air Supply. It's going to be a great show. Chad, thank you so much. Everything is fantastic.
And everybody, let me know if you like me this way, clean and intelligent.
We'll ask CBS.
You weren't really that clean.
Yes, I was. Jimmy, I didn't say anything dirty.